I'm road tripping the USA for 30 days, and so far we have travelled from west to east coast after visiting some of the most famous places in the US and even breaking down in Chicago. But today we're in the US capital of Washington D.C. We've arrived in Washington D.C. and we just had a wild like 10-15 minutes looking for Jack's lost car parking ticket. He loses things every morning.
So
he
wild.
just puts them down and we have to spend ages looking for them. But right now we're headed to the National Space Museum. I love space, as you know, so this is going to be so much fun. And today we're just going to be doing touristy things around Washington, like the monuments, the White House, stuff like that, before we head off. We're in the Wright Brothers exhibition, who were the people who invented the first flyable airplane, and this is the genuine plane that they made, except obviously it's had like the fabric replaced because it's like 100 and something years old, but the frame and the design, everything else is authentic. The Aerospace Museum is split into two floors of aerospace and space exhibits. In the aerospace section, you can see the history of planes and how they've developed over time, as well as some concepts such as flying cars. It's crazy just how far planes have come in the last 100 years, but what's even crazier is the space section and how we went from the ground to outer space in about 60 years. So the Space Museum is free, but you have to get up early and book it on the day. It opens at like 8:30 and you have to book your hour slot, or you can book your ticket when?
You just book them in advance.
You can book them in advance. How long in advance?
I don't know when tickets available because they actually booked the bus for tomorrow.
Okay, so you can book them in advance, but you can also book them on the day. That's what we done. We got up early and booked them at 8:30. The really good thing about Washington D.C. is a lot of the stuff is free. Most of the museums are free, and then obviously you can go and see the White House, the Pentagon, stuff like that. Next up we visited the American History Museum, which was the story of the colonization of America, its political history and wars since, and even the pop culture impact that it's had on the world with its music and film. We did also visit the National Archive, but we weren't allowed to video in there legally, but I did manage to get this little sneaky bit of footage inside. I've got my very first snow cone whilst I've been in the US, and it's basically like a slush in the UK, except not really like as liquidy. You can't drink it, you have to use a spoon to just eat the ice. So we were on our way to the White House and it started absolutely pouring down. You can hear the thunder there. So Jack and Anthony are over there stuck on that tree, and I'm stuck under this tree here, and I've got my bag on me, it's got my laptop here, my drone, all that. I've left my waterproof cover in the car so I can't like cover it. We don't know what to do, but over there is a shelter, so I think I'm going to try and make a run for it over there. Hey, there's a shelter over there. I'm making a run for it. How I just fell, I just slipped. Ow. The rain stopped enough for us to get out, and we're walking towards the car. We're going to go get the car and then try and drive to the White House. It's still raining, and it's meant to be raining for like the next like hour or so. So we're not going to try and walk there and get stuck again. We managed to make it to the White House before leaving Washington. The rain stopped, but we drove here. We can't park, so they're still driving, and I just jumped out and ran just to get a quick video of the White House. But now we are going. Today we're in Virginia and we're in the Shenandoah National Park, and we're doing our first hike with Anthony. I think you've not done a hike yet, have you, Anthony?
No, I don't believe so.
No, but I mean we've done plenty of walking around cities, but we're parked at the Pinnacles campground and we've took a route from there. I don't really know what route it is. I don't think Jack knows either, but he is leading the way. We made our first stop along the trail, and look at that view. It's unreal. There's bears in this forest as well. It's the biggest reserve for bears in Virginia. So we might have a chance of spotting a bear at a distance. The trail that we're currently doing is Mary's Rock Trail. It's a mountain summit. And Jack made a bear right joke. I just said it.
Can you explain the concept?
Okay, so we had to turn right and there's bears here and Jack said, bear right.
No, it's funny, everyone started laughing and applauding. Only the hikers came and started clapping us.
Don't think they did. Anyway, the trail that we're currently walking is the Mary's Rock Mountain Trail. And it takes about 3 hours round trip. It's a very moderate hike. It's not too strenuous, but the heat gets a bit warm at points. I mean, we've been pretty sheltered from the sun for a lot of it, but like right here you can see the sun's getting through the shrubbery, but mostly it's been fine. We've reached the summit. The climb wasn't that bad. Jack did start taking us the wrong way though. Luckily I checked my maps, got us back on track, but these views are unreal. The farmland ruins it a little bit, but like it's just so big. The US is just so big. Anyway, we're gonna start head back to the car and then get going to where we're going next. We're on the way back to the car and Jack went the wrong way and we thought like he would come find us because we went the right way, and he turned around and was like, where are you? And he didn't come looking for us. We just kept walking thinking, oh, he'll run up and catch up to us, and he never, and it's been like 20 minutes. So we think he's continued going the wrong way, expecting us to catch up to him, thinking that we were hiding from him. And the trail that he's took leads out onto a different car park on the other side of like the summit. So we're gonna have to get the car, hope that he has signal, and hope that he's made it, and then drive to him. But like at this point, yeah, that he's made it, because like at this point we might have to get like mountain rescue out here, and we'll be all over like state news, maybe like national news, like UK tourist gone missing in Shenandoah National Park. So hopefully he makes it okay and we'll pick him up in the car. Hey, there he is, he's found us. He was walking the right way. Why did it take so long to catch up?
I had no service on my phone, I didn't know which way to go. I walked the opposite way for ages till I found service.
We were sat on the rocks, like overlooking the view, thinking he's going to be right behind us here.
No, I didn't have service, so I didn't know which way to go.
Remember?
So 1-4 by the way, and I'd been dead, so I'm saying.
Can't take him anywhere. Today we're in Nashville, Tennessee, home of the honky tonk, but we won't be doing any honky tonking right now because we're absolutely starving. We're gonna go get some Nashville famous hot fried chicken from Vegilicious. So let's go. I know the food looks quite basic, but I promise the burger absolutely hit the spot. I've saved the best till last. It's time to try the chicken burger.
How do you know it's the best to last until you try it?
Well, I don't know it's best to last, but like fries are the worst out of the two, so as long as it's a nice burger, it's gonna be the best.
You sure? Because you can get in my car and you can use my card.
Yeah, it's a good burger, like it's a good burger. It's quite spicy too, it has a kick to it. That mayonnaise cools it down a bit. We've now come to Broadway Street, which is one of Nashville's most liveliest strips. It's just full of live music, bars, restaurants, and all those sorts of things. We've lost Anthony. Well, I say lost. He's gone to the Country Music Hall of Fame because he's a big country music fan. It's like $30. We're not that interested, so we just thought we'd take a walk down here and see what the vibe's like. The AT&T building is so sick though. Like one of the best buildings we've seen on the trip. After walking past Honky Tonk after Honky Tonk, we finally settled on a bar and met back up with Anthony.
What do you want here, England?
He's the countryman.
Yeah,
Lake Shelton.
Lake Shelton? Alright. Huh?
Austin.
What's that?
Austin.
Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Why not?
How are you getting on my thing?
You said Blake Shelton.
So he's good.
If you only one he knows, that's fine.
Alright.
Go Calm down, Billy.
What's the one? What's the one with it? Oh, what's the one? What? No. Leaving Jack in the bar alone unattended might have been a recipe for disaster, but me and Anthony decided to go and explore. And as we did, we stumbled across a boot and hat shop, which I like to call a cowboy store. So it was only fitting that we were going to try some stuff on. We're in like a boot shop and I'm just trying the cowboy hats on. Looks good, looks good. $80 though just for this cap, and it's like rock solid. It's like cardboard or plastic or something. Don't know what it is. And the boots, I asked for vegan leather boots, didn't have any, didn't even know what I was talking about. But like the cheapest boots we've seen is like $150. Nashville was actually quite a cool city. The food was great and the vibe was so fun with everyone partying on the main strip. But sadly, it was time to leave. We made one final stop before we leave Nashville. Right there's the Tennessee State Prison. It's no longer in use, but it's where they filmed Green Mile. Anyway though, we are leaving Nashville now. We've got a 24-hour drive ahead of us. It's so rough. We're headed to the Grand Canyon. Luckily, you don't have to deal with that, but I'm going to take you along the way for some bits. So this morning we woke up in a Walmart car park in Jackson, about 2 hours outside of Nashville, and I'm going in to fill up the water and go to the toilet. But last night we drove about 2 hours from Nashville, so we've still got like 21 and a half hours left to the Grand Canyon. It's absolutely insane. That's a 24-hour drive from Nashville to the Grand Canyon. Like, it's just so huge. And the worst thing is that the change oil light came up last night, so we need to try and sort that out and get the oil changed, or maybe see if it's like a malfunction, but I don't know. So along the way we're gonna try and find somewhere to get that sorted. So we're at a truck stop, I don't know where, maybe like somewhere by Little Rock in Arkansas maybe. And we booked in with a Pep Boys garage in Oklahoma City. Now when we booked it, it was in Memphis. It was a 6.5 hour drive away, and we only had 6.5 hours to actually get there, because he said we could book in for 6:30. That's the latest time we could book in, and that's what time it was saying we'd get there on Google Maps. Now we've stopped here for petrol because obviously we need it. And he's taking a while in the bathroom, so he's holding us back. We're gonna have to make this time up, and we're gonna have to do some serious driving to get there on time. Took your time, Anthony.
The fastest poo and wipe job you're getting.
Was it?
Yes.
Right, get the door shut, let's go.
Why am I getting filmed?
Why not? So we're probably like 5 or 10 minutes behind now, but we're gonna try and make it up.
10 minutes,
well,
shit.
Maybe. All together with like everything petrol, we're like 5-10 minutes behind. So we made it to Pep Boys well on time. We made it like 20 minutes early because we were speeding like the whole way. They went to go do some laundry and I've had to walk back to go pick the car up. And as I've got back, here's our ball just lying in the floor. Luckily I got back to find that. But we're gonna go see what the damage is to the car and see if they fixed it. Hopefully they have. I think they've been playing ball with it. It's got handprints on, but who knows. There she is. There's Rusty there, getting sorted. She lives. Rusty lives. She had new oil filter, and he's fine. None of the warning lights are on. The brake light's gone off. We left the emergency brake on somehow because we knocked it, not knowing what it was. So, but the oil needed changing. Like every night that we've been here, we play this game called Look for Jack's Stuff, and every night he loses something different. But tonight it's a very special night because not only has he lost one thing, he's lost two. It's like a special. He lost his earphones, and then after finding his earphones, no,
You just called me.
no, I didn't. I said it's a special. So after losing his earphones, he then realised that he doesn't have his phone to put his earphones into. He did find his earphones. But last night he also lost his earphones. Didn't find them all night. Next morning woke up, they were underneath his shorts. So it doesn't really look very far either. But this literally happens every single night. Lost his AirPods, still hasn't found them. So now he's currently just messing my bed up. Sorry. Sorry.
Filming.
Well, you know, This is what the people want to see. It is 1:45 in the morning.
Can you like fuck off? Can you actually help genuinely? Because it's annoying now. Take it over there, I want to put a pet.
It's on his pillow. I mean, if I had started a series of like, what's Jack lost this time? This would be like episode like 20. No, he's just throwing stuff out the car. And he won't put it back either.
Did you ring them? Now it's ringing. Right, everyone shut up. Right, the matches are coming out.
Oh my god, again! They're coming out again.
No. Matches coming out. Sorry, it's coming out.
Stop. Put the matches back in.
I need my phone.
Yes, put the matches back in. Nice. It's underneath your fucking pillow.
Oh, that's good.
I couldn't let you do that because it might smash your whole phone. So.
Well, I don't think it's funny.
I didn't put it there, by the way. Hold on, Jack. Story time. Story
Was
time.
it Craig?
So no, it was on the front seat
Yeah,
while Craig was doing his bed, and you just left it there.
yeah. And then when you went over there to look to see if you left it on the grass for some reason, I put it under your pillow.
And my headphones are where?
I don't know,
Yeah.
wherever you put them.
No, your headphones were wherever you left them. So was your phone until you went over there and started
You
looking.
move things.
Good stuff.
Stay tuned together. Tune in tomorrow night.
On what is Jack lost this time? I know at this point most of my videos have ended with me finishing it in my room, just because when you get like 20 days into a road trip you sort of lose track of where you start and ending videos. But this video is ending right here, so as always make sure you smash that like button, comment below what your favourite part of the video was, subscribe if you're not already, and as always keep exploring.
Fuck off, man. I don't want to be on camera.
Just walk normally, don't have to look at the camera, have your head down, run. Look at this guy, Jack Pickle, his name's Jack Pickle. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look.